Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Finger points to the sky. Episode number, 157 today on this fine Saturday. Hope you guys are all having a nice weekend. Chilling out and relaxing. Or, I don't know, maybe you're playing foot champs. Maybe you're grinding out icon swaps. We'll talk more about icon swaps tomorrow, by the way. Because this episode was filmed, obviously, just before the 6 p.m. drop. So I'll talk about it all tomorrow in Sunday's video. But if you could do me the huge favor, smash a thumbs up button on the start of this episode. 5,000 likes. I know you can do it. Don't let me down. And then, of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Right, getting on into the episode then. Yes, this is the team that we're going into the weekend league with this weekend. It is obviously pretty crazy looking. All special cards, 4 future stars, red picks, headliners, end of an era, team of the year, all sorts of stuff in there. But first off, before we get into the gameplay of my first few games of the weekend league, it's like SBC Central. So we have got like marquee matchups, we've got a Future Stars challenge, we've got some sort of UCL content, another Future Stars challenge I think, and then a party bag and then gameplay. So it's all going off today and I really do hope you enjoy. So marquee matchups seemed fairly easy, but my club is just not quite what it used to be in terms of amount of players in my club. So I did have to go and pick up just a couple of people. I think maybe in this squad right here, because you were limited to the amount of clubs you could actually use. So I just didn't have multiples of like West Brom players or whatever it was that I ended up using. So yeah, I had to just delve onto the market a little bit for that. And then this, again, like this squad right here, I think I ended up using like a couple of 83s just because it helped get the rating up on the rest of the squad. Here's what it is. I basically just try and use what I've got at the time, and we go from there. So marquee matchups complete. I do always like to go ahead and get that, because even if you don't really get anything, a lot of the time it can be sort of worth it, just because you're submitting your untradeable weekend rivals rewards or whatever, and then you're getting back tradable players here that you could sell. So yeah, first pack, nothing special. You don't really expect anything. I think that was just like a jumbo premium gold pack or something, so I didn't really think much was going to happen there. Premium Electrum players pack though. Can we get ourselves a little board in this pack? We certainly can't. Ah, damn it. Maybe in the next pack though, right? What's this one going to hold? 80 rated. Oh, 81. And I've even edited this and seen this, so I shouldn't guess because I'm not doing it live, am I? But yeah, 81 rated Mignolet is the best player in our Electrum pack. Then we move on to Rare Mixed, which can sometimes be quite good, you know. All rare players, but they do mix it up between bronze, silver, and gold. And we do get boards from this pack right here. We're going to get ourselves a little Swedish striker who's known by the name Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Yeah, 52 pace, unless he gets some sort of like really cool card, like a Moments or something like that, then he is going to stay super low pace all year, I'm guessing. Alright, time for a premium gold players pack then. The last bunch of 25k packs I've opened have been all trash, like no boards or nothing. So I wasn't surprised when this one was the exact same, in all honesty. That I don't know what it is, but they used to be some of the better packs on the game for me, like luck-wise, but lately the premium gold players packs have not been great. But this week's marquee matchups does offer out a prime gold players pack, so that's why I would suggest that you do it. And we end up getting a walkout from ours. This was during Future Stars, but whilst it was still out, so it could have been that, but unfortunately for me it's just a gold. But hey, we'll take a walkout, right? 86 rated Gerard PK walks out, and of course that's tradable. Definitely makes marquee matchups a W. And at the time, he was selling for over 30,000 coins for an 86. That's pretty big, obviously, because the new party bag was out at the time, just come out. So a lot of people were trying their best to get hold of it and open it up to see what they could pack. So I did list him up on the market. I don't think he sold. I think I went a little bit too high. Maybe I should have just undercut the market a little bit rather than trying to get the maximum price for him, because I ended up missing out on probably 5k, because I think eventually I sell him for like 30,000, and it took like 3 or 4 attempts for him to actually go, so that was kind of annoying. But another Future Stars challenge done then, and unfortunately for me, I can't remember if this is the Rare Electrum, then I messed up on this SBC big time. Is it? I can't remember. I messed up on one of them. I think it was that one. You may have noticed as I scrolled through the team that I paid 10k for a Castillejo, and that is because I was buying it off the squad screen, and I wanted to bid, but I accidentally binned. So I thought, you know what, screw it. Maybe it would just make my luck better or something. So I put it in, and yeah, it was a big fat L for me. But hey, who doesn't love wasting 10,000 coins accidentally, right? It happens. We move on. It doesn't happen that often to me, but I'm sure it happens to all of us at some point in time. A little Bamba in the next one. Nothing really popping out here. Of course, the major dub so far this episode is just getting a 30k player from marquee matchups. I'll look to get Bulaya at some point in time. He's out for a while and he's super cheap. Like I said, my club is just kind of empty right now. And I could do with getting him just as like a first owner player from Ligue 1. But other than that, he doesn't look that amazing. Obviously, people wanted to see Neymar as the player of the month, right? Kind of glad it wasn't him, because one, I definitely can't afford it, and two, it would give me memories from last year when we actually could afford it, and you know what, they were good memories. That Neymar player of the month last year, whew, he was certainly a top player for our RTG. So yeah, this was another rare Electrum. Again, unfortunately, nothing much came of it. So I got peer pressured by David Myler and Ches, a couple of my mates, on Twitter to do another party bag after I tweeted that I think it's absolutely not worth it. It's a bit of a joke of a price, in all honesty, and I do think that, and I do stand by that. But it is also content, and I know you guys probably do want to see it. So I ended up selling a bunch of players from my club so I could get the money to finish off another party bag. I had to buy a lot of the players from this. You'll see as I click on their bios how much I paid for each. But yeah, I had a couple of first owner players, really not much though, and it ended up costing me annoying amounts of coins, and we're now completely flat broke. But hey, our team is so crazy anyway, right? We might as well risk it for a record breaker Mbappe. That'd be cool. So I'm not doing a live one for this. I thought, you know what, the last one we didn't get anything super amazing, so I'll just leave it up to the FIFA gods, and I mean, I can pretend to do my reaction. Oh my god, it's a walkout, guys. Purple flares. What are they? Orange? What is this? Brazil? Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, unfortunately. From our party bag. Cheers, Myla. Cheers, Ches. You made me waste a bunch of coins on a Road to Glory account, and I ended up getting 84 rated ones to watch Alex Telles, which I don't even think he really gets game time, does he? He would need a few informs to even become like a super decent statted card on this game at this point. So yeah, a bit of an L, well, a massive L really, for sure, I would say. Maybe Man United fans out there might enjoy getting him, but certainly not me. There are a few other players that I would have preferred to get. But hey, we move on anyway, right? It doesn't matter. So my first game of champs, the guy quits out at 0-0. Love to see it. Thank you very much for doing that, bro. I really appreciate it. But it is what it is. It was only 8 minutes into the game, so I guess it wasn't too much of a time waste. But we go straight into what is our official first game of the weekend league that's actually going to count. And this guy's done lots of icon packs, so didn't know what to expect. Those sorts of players are either like heavy grinders of the game or heavy spenders, obviously, to get all the fodder. And if you're a heavy spender or a heavy grinder on the game, then I would class you as a hardcore player, because you're willing to put money in because you want the stuff on the game, or you're willing to put time in because you want the stuff on the game. So yeah, I would class them as hardcore players. So I wasn't surprised to be at 2-2 at half time. This was a possession merchant, though. I really struggled to keep the ball. So 2-2, Ronaldo gets, there's just some lovely skill moves, actually. And that might be the first goal I've ever scored where I actually tried to do the Elastico, and it actually worked, and I actually got a goal from it, resulting from that skill move. So I was pretty proud of myself, not going to lie. And then cheeky little finish from El Shah, who, I have to say, does feel really quite nice on the ball and stuff. His dribbling is like, oof, it's super close control, and you love to see it. What you don't love to see, though, is Alan Shearer sprinting past you and scoring a goal. Oh, dear. One for the Newcastle fans out there that don't like me, perhaps. he scored against me, so I'm sure you're happy. But anyway, we end up restoring our 2-goal lead, and 5-3 becomes 6-3 when Curtis Jones cuts back, hits a beautiful finesse shot, just whippies it, and it goes in past, I think, Van der Sar. So yeah, what a goal from Curtis Jones. So a 6-3 win. He was an alright opponent, you know. When you look at the stats right there, he still just dominated me in terms of possession. So, yeah, GG's. There was a big goal fest in game number 1. Game 2, we come up against Team of the Year Messi. Oh, dear. And just genuinely a pretty cool super squad. You know, like we are probably on level terms of how cool our squads are. And I'd be curious to know if that was also like an RTG player. That would... it would surprise me if it was, just because I don't know how many of us are out there that have these crazy squads. You know what I mean? But, yeah, anyway. He ends up equalising. My goalkeeper just literally parried it out. My red goalkeeper from Villa is actually pretty terrible. I might have to change him, but for now, I like having the team with the full special card designs. I don't want to just put Nick Pope in, and we don't really have that many coins. We have like 30k now, right, after PK sold. So I don't know who I could buy in the Prem that would be better, but I kind of like having the red special card. And like I said, I don't really... excuse me, my voice is going a little bit. I don't really trust goalkeepers, so whoever I use is just whoever I use, I think, at this stage. So I'm 2-2 at half-time after getting Ruben Diaz sent off and gifting him a penalty. And then, I mean, I have to give it to my opponent for that goal right there. The way that he kept the close control. It was my mistake to give the ball away and let Salah get it back. But the close control from Joao Felix there and a lovely little chip on my goalkeeper. I actually said it. I was sharing my screen in cool and letting my... Discord mates just like watch my gameplay and stuff and give me feedback, and we all sort of agreed that was quite a nice goal. And then I actually go 4-2 down, which is unfortunate. Very good joke, Tom. Pat on the back for you. And then Messi ends up going through and scoring to make it 5-2. So as much as I didn't think at the time I deserved to be this far down, getting a man sent off is obviously not going to help, and the stats kind of showed that my opponent did have a better game than me, so it's fair enough. We take a loss, so we're 1-1. It's not exactly the ideal start, but hey, we'll go on into the next game. I have no idea what this guy's squad was all about, by the way, but this was one of the most, like, confusing games to me. It may look like, oh, Larsie's got through quite early on and scored a goal to go 1-0 up, but he had like 5 shots at that point, and had absolutely, like, just thrown the kitchen sink at me from the word go, which was obviously going to mean that I could counter-attack and get goals if I just managed to not concede. But this guy was quality on the ball. I don't know what his team was all about, but he was really, really attacking, which did lead to me being able to score goals, I guess. But none of the shots that he took did really went in, so it was unfortunate. I reckon I could have been 3-0 down in the first 10 minutes. And he should have and could have easily scored, but he just missed the opportunities and then ends up rage quitting as I go 3-0 up. So such a confusing game to me that my brain did not understand that one. I think I was playing kind of like half asleep. None of the gameplay in this episode is up to scratch. It's not my best work. I don't know. Sometimes your fingers just work on the sticks. Sometimes they you feel like you're just like brand new to the game or something, because you know, this game I found myself 2-0 down. Good opponent, nice team, and he was just better than me. I couldn't make anything work. So it looks like I'm probably going to go from, you know, 1-1 to 2-1, and then now it's going to probably end up being 2-2, which is obviously a terrible start. But hey, we get a goal back with Ronaldo, which is straight away just like... He ends up getting his 2-goal lead back with Drogba just smashing it in. And then I don't know how that goes in, but what a strike from Cristiano Ronaldo. I find myself 4-1 down, find myself 5-1 down, and it was Elshar that I think that got sent off, by the way. I just made a stupid challenge. And then that little flick up from Ronaldo was supposed to be me doing a rainbow flick lasty special. So I don't know what's happened to that, but I couldn't make it work. I think that shows you just how much my fingers were not working on the controller that day, but we ended up scoring a cool volley with Dybala, so I'll take it. But yes, we are 2-2. We do go into the next match. He does have a nice squad, and that does go in right at the start, and I'm just like, oh, okay. maybe the FIFA gods aren't with me today. You know, we get ourselves a little ones to watch Teles in a pack. We're having a bad start to champs. We're letting in these freak goals that are just weird. Maybe last week or the week before I got my, I was on the lucky side of things, and now this week I'm probably going to just be on the unlucky side of things. And that might just be how it goes, especially when this goes in. Oh my God, that right there, I could have sent that in one day to like, you've been framed, and I would have got £250 for it. But anyway, that probably shows my age a little bit. What would the show be nowadays where you could send a clip of something stupid happening, like a fail, and then you get paid for it? Is there a show like that anymore on television? Because I don't really watch TV. I just watch like Netflix and Amazon Prime and YouTube and Twitch. I'm pretty much fully based on the internet rather than normal standard TV. Don't know about you guys. Anyway, strange tangent, but we end up turning this game around and coming away with a victory. It's like I almost woke up a little bit. I think I had a can of Coca-Cola. You know, like proper red Coke. Sometimes I have diet, caffeine-free, taste-free Coke, and then sometimes you just have a can of, you know, proper Coke, and a little bit of sugar in it just wakes you up and makes things work. So I think that might have actually happened. The Coca-Cola may have kicked in at that point, and we were all good to go. So that's going to end the episode for today. A little bit of a random one, and unfortunately the party bag wasn't very good, but it is what it is, you know. At the end of the day, we did it for the content, and it's some subpar content, in my opinion. He's never going to see the light of day in my squad, is he? Let's face it, unless he gets like 3 or 4 informs. But yeah, we'll talk more about icon swaps and all of that stuff tomorrow. Do me the huge favor of smashing the thumbs up in this episode. I'd love to see 5,000 likes. Thank you for those of you in advance that do support the series. And subscribe to the channel as well if you're new around here. I thank you for that as well. Come follow me on Twitter, Instagram, links are down below, and thank you for all your likes on there, and I will catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.